Yo, what is good, guys? I am back with another JJk Phantom Parade video, and today we are going to be going over the beginner's guide. This is part 4 in the series. If you missed the first 3 entries, please check it out. I'll link it in the description for y'all. So basically, we're going to be focusing on the hardest events in the game. I'm just gonna be giving y'all tips for honestly. Now, in terms of Illusory Tower, I'm not the greatest person to be giving tips since I have not cleared all of that, bro. I'm on like floor 60 something, so I don't really know. But we're gonna be hopping straight into this video. Please like and sub, and let's do this. All right, so in your account, if you've been following this series, then your story, you should be basically done with story. You should have completed Furoka and done most of Vicarious experience. Now, once you have done that, all the events in the game should be unlocked. So I'm probably going to be covering the hardest event in the game, which are these two right here. But before we even get to that, I want to cover these 2 events because I have not talked about it yet. Domain investigation is basically where you grind out to get rewards like these. See, me personally, I don't go for these rewards to be honest, because it's all that grinding and I just don't feel like doing it. The best rewards to get is this medal right here because it's not given out as easily and I need to max this out basically. So this is the reward you're going to be going for, either this or like these SSR guaranteed. It's very good for the beginning of your account to just do domain chaos very hard, and you should hopefully have a decent time with it. I would say the level that you need to have to clear domain investigation is at least level 100 on all your units. So if you don't have that, you're gonna probably struggle a little bit. Formidable foe is also like a decently hard thing for people, but the good thing about formidable foe is that you can get, oh wow, I haven't done this in a while, you can get these rec bits, and this rec bit is really good. So in order of which one you should be going for first, this rec bit, the JJk rec bit, is the best rec bit for you to get because it is really good. Unity, it gives 60% curse technique increase to self, but you can reapply it in the middle of a fight, so you can get up to 120%, which is really, really good. The next rec bit that you want to have is this rec bit because it gives ult gauge, a lot of ult gauge, the most that you can get in the game, honestly. And that's really good for your domain expansion characters. So that's what you want to be focusing on. And then the third one's going to be this, in case you don't have a rec bit that can kill off your units, because it gives a little basic, draw attack to self. Only one time it does give a damage taken decrease, so you can put that on your tank if you want to. Now, we can finally head into the hardest events in the game. So I'm going to start off with the second hardest, which would be sweep. Now, sweep is really hard, I would say. Like, me personally, I don't think I've gotten 10 clear. I think I have, but like, I've been struggling to get it because I just don't have all the broken units that other players do have. So with sweep here, you want to basically go through. Each sweep setting has its own color. We're going to be talking about normal mode first. Hard is when you have like everybody maxed, okay? So you're not going to be doing that. But normal is you have to use a mono color, and the best character to use in sweep is Rare Yuki. Because for those who don't know, Rare Yuki gives at max 19 curse energy to all allies for 2 turns. And that is huge. That's huge, bro. Like, that's just so good for, just trying to clear all of like sweep and whatnot, because you're gonna have cursed energy for the rest of sweeps, and sweep does last a pretty long time. You're given like, I forgot how long they give you actually. I think it's like 17 turns, 16 turns, 18 turns, I don't know, around that. But you basically want to use your best characters in a very synergy-esque team, have a domain expansion unit probably to get them better buffs, and you're basically going to be grinding to do 60 mil damage. That's how much damage you need to do, and hopefully clear sweep. There are 3 what do you call it, I'm going to use red UG for this, but there are 3 like, geez, I'm forgetting what it's called, but there are 3 basically modes, 3 ranks And when you get past 1, then the rewards that you get will be higher. And the rewards for sweep is basically what gets you your SP buffs. SP buffs basically unlock make the unit that you have better. Some units don't have SP buffs. A unit that does have an SP buff is this guy Junpei right here, and it made his skill 2 extremely powerful. So it basically changes the unit entirely. So that is very important to know. I'm just telling y'all that right now. So you always want to have your sweep team on lock, okay? You want to make sure it is set and ready to go. For him, I'm probably just going to give him this because I do want him to die. And then I'll do a preliminary run through sweep just to show y'all exactly what it looks like. We'll do this. Okay, they should be fine here, actually. All right, let's go. Now, sweep, the first 3 phases, the first phase is pretty easy. Just got to get through it quickly. The second and third phase is probably where you're going to be dying a lot, because that's when the boss does a bunch of damage. The point is, sweep, you also want to nuke the middle phase to get to the end phase. I would say that's what most people do. So it's basically turn your brain off for the beginning of the fight. All right, so I have made it to the second phase. In the second phase, you'll notice there's a difference between the 4. Now it's 4 out of 10. There are 17 terms in sweep. I finally got my Yuki to die. So the second phase is where the boss gets damage taken decrease, and he hits even harder than the thing. You'll see 2 out of 3 at this top right here. It's very important to notice for y'all. So now I'm just going to be trying to blast through this next phase. I'll probably show y'all the nuke turn. All right, this is the quote-unquote nuke turn here. I'm trying to try to decide like what ult do I want to use. I think I'm going to use UG's. I'm not going to use the rec bit though. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the UG's. We're definitely going to kill here, and we'll make it to the next phase. I'm just going to save Toji's ult because I know we're killing here. Yeah, 5.6. That's easy. Now, see, we're going to make it to 7 out of 10 now. And you'll see phase 3 pops up, and the boss is going to be at its max of what it's doing, basically. So, pretty good. Do I want to use his ult? Not right now. Let's do this. And we're going to be basically turning our brain off and trying to get to our next nuke here and see how much we can do. Alright, so this is a quote-unquote nuke turn. We're not going to be doing nearly as much damage. I kind of messed up in the beginning, and now that's coming back to bite me in the end here, but who cares? Yeah, this will be the end of the sweep run. I'm probably going to get like 9 out of 10 or something. Okay, 6.6 is really good. Yeah, I'm just going to get 9 out of 10 here. Kind of unfortunate that I couldn't get a 10 for y'all, but okay. 11 mils by UG is really good though. Nice. Alright. That's usually how sweep runs will go. Now, take into consideration, my characters are level 140, except for Yog, I think. Yeah, Yog is only excepted to that. But you want to have your characters pretty high level so that they actually do survive. I'm going to get the rewards here, of course. And you can choose not to reward claim if you don't want those resources. So that is something that you want to keep in mind here. Okay, so this right here is the exchange shop. This exchange shop you're probably not going to use, but I just wanted to come here to show y'all the items. These items are like the most important items that you're going to need for SP buffs. The 2 things don't matter, but those items are you're going to use to SP buff your characters. And in sweep right here, when you get to 4 out of 10, that's where you have like a chance of getting those big items that you need, because those are the most important things that you do need. So getting 7 out of 10, you're almost guaranteed it. Hard mode gives you more of that specific item, but just know that you're going to be using that item the most to SP buff your characters. Just know that. Just pay attention to that. Illusory Tower is definitely the hardest event in the game here. And, every floor you get like 300 cubes. You get these medals and whatnot. It's really good, If you're free to play, getting through the first couple floors gives you so much cubes. like just so much cubes you can get. You can also get these stamps that give you 10 extra levels on your character. So that is very important to know. So Illusory Tower is basically, you head in, you have to look at the boss, and you have to see what they do. Like for instance, this boss has a cursed technique decrease. So that means that cursed technique units that I have are going to be doing less damage on this floor. So I probably want to use taijutsu units instead of jujutsu units. And you'll also notice this says red, so I want to use red characters on this floor here. So I would hop in and try to do this tower. Now I'm kind of stuck on this floor as of right now. I'll probably clear it later though. But that is the important part about Illusory Tower, knowing what your units do, knowing what the boss does so that you don't die or you use the wrong units, and then just being able to clear it because it does give you a lot of rewards. So I think I'm just going to conclude the beginner's guide with all of that said. I hope you guys enjoyed it and do follow it, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. See ya.